Hi everybody, welcome to today's stick mobility class. I am Coach Ray. So for today, I am going to use the rack as a wall or something stable for us to push against. We are going to get into some floor drills today. I also have a pad, okay, and also a bench to act as a chair or maybe the edge of a couch, something for you to kind of use later on as we get into some of the drills. And so I have two 6'6" and a 5-foot stick here today, okay, and I'm going to actually start off with the two 6-foot sticks here. Now we're going to first start off with some standing drills. We're going to work on pelvic control and adding tension in. And so you have a better profile, I'm going to start off here and I'm going to have horse stance, toes pointed forward here, okay? I want to drop my hips down, keep it under my pelvis. Now with the two sticks, I'm going to have them angled in about 6 to 8 inches away from the front of my toes. And I'm going to have my hands at shoulder height here, okay? So first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna work with tucking the pelvis in and out, but as we do it, we're gonna start to generate tension into the sticks a little bit differently. So first thing we're gonna do from here, get in that horse stance, arms straight, shoulders down. I'm gonna start by tucking my pelvis in, but as I'm doing that, I'm gonna drive the sticks into the floor. So I'm gonna tuck my pelvis in, and squeeze my glutes, and I'm driving the sticks into the floor, get that entire anterior chain turned on here, as well as getting my glutes active. Okay, I'm only pushing into the ground about 20–30%. Then I'm gonna tuck the pelvis back, doing an anterior tilt, shortening my lower back muscles, and easing off some of that tension on the sticks. Now I'm gonna tuck my pelvis back in, driving the sticks into the ground, about 20–30% tension. Good, stay up tall. Now I'm gonna tuck my pelvis back, doing an anterior tilt. Ease off some of that tension. I'm gonna tuck in, do a posterior tilt, squeeze those glutes, drive those sticks to the floor. Now what we're doing here is we're getting all the tissues to turn on as we tuck our pelvis in. And I'm gonna tuck my pelvis the opposite direction, shorten those lower back muscles, ease off that tension on the sticks, okay? One last time, I'm gonna tuck the pelvis in, drive those sticks into the floor, okay? Now I'm gonna tuck the pelvis out, easing off some of that tension, and relax. Okay, so now what we're gonna do here is we're gonna face the camera. We're gonna get back into that same horse stance position here, but now we're gonna do some lateral tilts, and as I do the lateral tilts, I want to actually drive the stick down in on the side that I'm tilting to. So if I'm tilting to my right, I'm going to drive that right stick into the floor, not so much that left stick. So we're going to lift that stick here, okay? So get back into the horse stance, pelvis is stacked under the spine. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to bump my hips to the left, and I'm going to drive the left stick into the ground. Good, feel that left glute working. Picking up this right stick, just hovering off the floor. Then I'm going to come back to center. And now I'm going to place that right stick on the floor, and I'm going to bump my hip to the right. Good. Hold. Now what we're doing here is we're getting that entire lateral chain turned on here. Now I'm going to place the left stick on the floor. Now I'm going to bump my hips out to the left, driving that left stick into the floor, about 20–30% tension here. Okay. Now I'm going to bring my hips back to neutral. Now I'm going to drive that right stick to the floor, cover that left. Good. Bring the left stick back down. Hover the right. Bump my hips to the left. You feel like your lats and your obliques are turning on a little bit here too. Now I'm going to bring it back to center. Bump my hips to the right. Hold. Good. Back to center. And relax. Good. Okay. And so now what we're going to do here, I'm going to place one stick down, okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to floss in and out of the bow and arrow here, okay? And so I want to have my feet under my hips, toes are pointed forward, okay? The stick is out to my right, and I'm going to have the bottom of the stick about 8 to 12 inches from the outside of my foot. I'm going to take my left hand, place it up over the top, thumb facing down towards the floor, and I'm going to drive my hips away and extend my hands out. Good. Keep those hips facing forward. Bring the stick back in. Good. We're gonna go back out again. Drive the hips away from the stick. Extend those hands out. Back in. Good. I'm gonna do the same thing one more time. Drive the hips out. Extend those hands out. Now what I'm gonna rotate towards my left. So I'm gonna rotate my chest up towards the ceiling. Bring it back down. And come out. Excellent. Now we're gonna switch sides here, okay? Positioning still gonna be the same. Toes are pointed forward. Stick is to the outside of the left foot, mid-foot here, okay? And on a sticker, take my right hand, place it up over the top, thumb facing down towards the floor. And I'm gonna drive my hips away and extend my hands out. Open up all those lateral tissues here. Good, bring it back in. Good, drive the hips away. Extend those hands out. Good, back in. One more time. Okay, then we're gonna add some rotations. Drive hips away. Extend those hands out. Rotate the chest towards the ceiling. Bring it back down. And relax. You want to come out of it. Excellent. Okay. And so now we're going to work on some kayaking here a little bit. Okay, it's kind of loosen up the shoulders. We are going to go to the ground for some rotational exercise warm-ups as well. And so what we're going to do here, okay, to grab bring my hands out as wide as I can grab on the sticks here. Okay, get into that horse stance, toes pointed forward, drop the hips down, keep the pelvis stacked under the spine. Start with the left arm up. And what I'm going to do here, I'm going to bring that left arm through, right arm back. Good, try to keep the spine up tall. Try not to rotate the spine. Just want to keep that movement from the shoulder blades as much as possible here. Okay? Good, try to get as much range as you can possibly handle. Right, if it starts to cause any pain, just reduce that range of motion. Good, keep going. Good. Let's go for a few more seconds here. 3, 2, 1, and excellent. Good. Okay. And so now what we're going to do here, we're going to go to the floor. And so you are going to need a wall for this. Okay. So I'm going to have my 2 6-foot sticks here. And I'm going to go to the floor. Now I want to have my feet relatively close to the wall. Okay, if not touching the wall. And I'm going to place the sticks. My feet right now are at about hip width. I'm going to place the bottom of the sticks into the wall. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to bring my left knee up and then over, rotating it across my body. Okay? And I'm going to use this right stick to kind of pin that left knee down. Now, the stick in my left hand is going to come in front of my body here. But what I'm going to do first, okay, I'm going to drive my right stick into the floor and pull the right end of the stick towards the floor as well, or towards the ground. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to drive this left stick into the wall, and I'm going to open up and rotate, driving the stick down into the corner of the wall the entire time. Breathe. Gonna come back up. Good. Don't let off that tension. Make sure you're still pulling the right stick down towards the floor, driving it into the wall. The left stick comes up and over again. Your head should follow. And I'm also, my right leg is straight and I place it on top of the stick here. Okay, not under. So lock it in place. We're gonna do 2 more rotations here. We're gonna come back up and over. Good. Drive that stick into the wall. Open up, rotate. Get your shoulder blade down. Hold. Good, come back up. One last time and then we'll switch sides. Good, drive, stick it to the wall. Good, rotate. Breathe. Keep driving that stick down. Go back to that starting position. Good. Now I'm going to take my left leg, place it back on the floor. Okay. Now I'm going to rotate my right leg over. Good. And I'm going to use the stick, right, to pin this knee down. And so I'm going to drop my left stick down into the corner of the wall. I'm going to pull my hand down towards the floor. Right hand is over in front, okay? Now I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to open up and rotate. So I'm going to drive this right stick into the floor. Now I'm going to open up and rotate to my right. Only go as far as you can handle. If you're having pain here, you can change your hand position or you can simply reduce the range of motion if you don't have that access, okay? We're going to come back up and over. Good. Still driving that stick into the wall. Open up and rotate. Make sure you're breathing here as you do this exercise. Come back up. Excellent. Let's do 2 more. Good. Keep driving that stick into the wall. Breathe. Excellent. Let's go one more time here. One more time. Drive the stick into the wall. Keep pulling this left stick down towards the floor to pin that right knee from moving and rotating over. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Come back to center. Good. Come out of it slowly. And excellent. And so now what we're going to do here is we're going to get into a core drill. We're still going to be in that same position. We're going to go from a core drill to a hip drill in particular, okay? So I'm sure some people are familiar with leg lifts. We're going to do leg lifts while generating tension of driving the sticks into the wall here. And so I'm going to go back down to that same position, okay? And I'm going to have the sticks angle in towards the bottoms or the corner of the wall, okay? Now my hands here are at about eye level. This is going to make it a little bit harder to maintain structural stability. So if need be, bring your hands down to your shoulders, okay? And so what we're going to do here, very first thing, both legs straight, toes pointed up. I want to drive both sticks into the floor. You're going to kind of feel yourself slide a little bit, but don't worry about that. You want to drive the sticks into the corners of the wall, 60% tension. You should be feeling your core turn on here, okay? You're going to hold. Make sure you breathe, shoulders down, driving those sticks into the corner of the wall. 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to ease off. Excellent. So now we're going to add in leg lifts here, okay? So what I want to do, same thing. I want to drive the sticks into the wall, 60% tension, drive down. And what I'm going to do here, I'm going to bring my legs up, straight up if possible. And I'm going to slowly lower them back down, keeping my lower back to the floor. Going to hold, hovering for 5 seconds. Good. Bring it back up. Then bring your feet back down. Hover for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back up. One more time. Hold and hover. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your feet down and ease off tension. And so you want to maintain that keeping the lower back flat to the floor the entire time. If it's too challenging, you can reduce the range of motion by not letting your feet drop down as low, okay? But you do want to make sure you're generating tension into the corner of the walls to make sure we're connecting the ribs to the hips, okay? Just do that one more time, okay? So from here, drive the sticks down to the wall, 60% tension. Bring both feet up. Start to lower the legs until you get to that challenging position. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the feet back up. Good. Bring back down again. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet back up. Good. Bring your feet down. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Then down. Excellent. And relax. And so now, what we're going to do here is we're going to get into some 90-90s. Now, I'm only going to use one stick for this. Okay? And I'm going to start with my right leg forward. Okay? Right knee is going to be forward here. Left knee is back. And so if need be, you could have a yoga block, under your right knee, just to kind of take off some of that tension off that front hip if you're starting to get a pinch. Or you can always switch it to a shin box by bringing both feet in a little bit closer here, okay? But if you get to a 90-90, get to a 90-90. Now what we're gonna do from here is first, I'm going to take one stick and I'm going to place it into the corner of the wall. So I'm relatively far from the wall here. What I'm going to do here, I'm going to add in some rotations while generating tension to the wall. And so I want to have my right hand in line with my right leg, okay? What I'm going to do from here, I'm going to drive this stick into the wall, drive both knees down into the floor. Then I'm going to open up and rotate as far as I can, driving both knees into the floor still. Good. Bring your hand back. Grip the stick. Good. Hold. And ease off tension. Okay. We're going to do 2 more. Bring the hand out. Drive the stick into the wall. Take my left hand off. I'm going to rotate to my left towards my back leg. Driving both knees into the floor here. Should be at about 70% tension. In 3, 2, 1. Bring that left hand back forward. Grip the stick and relax. Good. We're going to do that again. Okay. Hands up. Drive the stick into the wall. Drive both knees into the wall. Let go of that left hand. Rotate, try to reach back, driving both knees to the floor. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Bring it back and relax. Go ahead and ease off. Okay. And so now what I'm going to do here, I'm going to actually move the bottom of the stick back a little bit more. So the bottom of the stick, or the stick that's part of the stick that's in the corner of the wall, is I want to make sure that's in line with right behind my right knee here, okay? So I'm actually going to use the positioning of the stick to generate tension of driving my knee up, and you'll see that in a second here, okay? So my left hand is at the end of the stick. I'm going to place my right hand right where the sticker is, okay? What I'm going to do first, I'm going to drive the stick into the wall, drive that back knee down, or my left knee down, and I'm going to push my right knee up into the stick. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Ease off. And relax. Good. We're going to go 2 more. So what you should feel here is those adductor tissues working, right? Working on the hip flexion here. And so we're going to do the same thing again. Drive both hands to the wall. Drive stick it to the corner of the wall. Drive my back knee down. push my front leg up into the stick here. Hold. 3, 2, 1, and ease off. Good. And so you're also going to notice that this knee isn't coming that far off the floor, right? That's what we're going for. We're trying to create that isometric tension here. So we're going to do the same thing. I want to drive the stick into the corner of the wall, drive that left knee down into the floor, and I want to drive that right knee up. Hold. 3, 2, 1, and ease off and relax. And now we're going to switch sides, okay? So for this, I'm actually going to use, nope, can't use that. So turn around. I want to try to be in the same position if possible, right? It's okay if one hip is going to be tighter than the other. And so what I'm going to do here, I'm going to set up in that same position. So I'm going to have my left hand in line with my left hip. Okay, first thing, drive the stick into the corner of the wall, drop both knees down. Then I'm going to open up and rotate to my right. Still driving both knees down. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Come back forward, grab into the stick, and relax. Excellent. We're going to do 2 more here. Arms out straight. Drive the stick into the corner of the wall. Drop both knees down. Good. Open up and rotate to the right. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Come back forward. Grab into the stick. And relax. Good. Let's go 1 more here. Okay. Arms up. Drive the stick to the corner of the wall. Open up and rotate. Really drive that left hand right into the wall. Hold. And 3, 2, 1. Back forward. And ease off. And so now I'm going to move the stick back a little bit further to have it right behind my left knee, in the alignment of my left knee. What we're going to do here, same thing. We'll do on the other side. I want to drive both hands to the wall, okay? Drive my back knee down. I'm going to lift that front leg, that left leg, drive it into the stick. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Ease off. Good. You're also going to get a challenge on this left hip or right hip here, trying to keep that stability, trying to keep that upright position as well. So what we're going to do, same thing. Drive the stick into the corner of the wall. Drive the right knee into the floor. Try to lift that left knee up. Push it to the stick. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Ease off. And relax. We got 1 more here, okay? Same thing. Drive the stick into the wall. Drive that back knee down. Good. Bring that left leg up. Drive into that stick here. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Ease off. And relax. Awesome. And so now what we're going to do here, we're going to go to a standing position. So I've got my 2 6-foot sticks here, okay? And what I'm going to do here, I'm going to take the sticks and place them at 3 and 9, okay? And it's to make this a little bit harder, I'm going to grip up at the top of the sticks here, okay? And so what I want to do from here is I want to make sure that the outside of the sticks are about roughly 1.5 to 2 feet away from my midfoot here, okay? What I'm going to do, I'm going to first drive both sticks down to the floor, legs straight, shoulders down. Should be at about 70% tension here. And relax. Good. Okay. So we're going to do that again, but this time I'm going to bring my right foot to that right stick. Now as we do this, you want to try to make sure that you're not leaning over, right? If it's too challenging, just bring the bottom of the sticks in a little bit closer. But I want to try to start off with some good distance here. So, arms up, shoulders down, drive both sticks into the floor. I'm going to bring my right foot to the right stick and I want to push. Toe pointed forward, I'll keep my left leg straight. Hold. 3, 2, 1, back in. And ease off tension. Good. Okay, we're gonna go one more time, all right? Arms straight, shoulders down, drop both sticks down to the floor. I'm gonna place my right foot to the right stick, push. Hold. Breathe. 3, 2, 1. Back in and ease off. Good. Okay. Now we're going to switch over to the left side. Okay. So we're going to go arms straight. Okay. Shoulders down. Drop both sticks into the floor. Bring the left foot to the left stick. Push. Make sure you keep those hips forward. Right. We're not trying to hinge the hips back here. Keep the hips in extension. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Ease off. Good. We're going to go one more here. Okay. Last one. Arms straight, shoulders down, drop both sticks into the floor. Keep the ribs to the hips. We're going to push that left foot against the left stick. Drive that foot out. Drive the stick into the floor. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Back in. Ease off. And relax. Starting to cramp here a little bit. Okay. Okay. So now we're going to do here, we're going to take the pad, okay, and I'm going to place it right in front of the bench here. So we're going to get into the couch stretch, okay. So to stretch out the quads, open up those tissues here. And so what I want to do is I want to place the pad relatively close to the bench, okay. I'm going to have my 5-foot stick here. This is what I'm going to start with. And so I'm going to place my right foot in front. I'm going to place my left foot on top of the bench. And then I'm going to use the stick to help lower me into this position here. Okay? And so what I want to do from here is I'm going to have the bottom of the stick in line with the ball of my foot on my front foot. Okay? And I'm going to take both hands and I'm going to place it at chest height here, at chest level. Okay? Now, with my back foot, what I want to do here is I'm just going to start to generate tension and then tucking my pelvis in. So what I'm going to first do, drive the stick into the floor, okay? Drive the back foot into the bench. Then I'm going to tuck my pelvis in. I'm going to hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then I'm going to ease off. Good. Then we do that same thing again. Drive the stick into the floor, drive the back foot into the bench, and then I'm going to tuck my pelvis. Try to stay up tall. 3, 2, 1. Ease off. Excellent. I'm going to do one more. Okay. Drive the stick into the ground. Drive the top of the foot to the bench, and then tuck my pelvis. Hold. 3, 2, 1. And relax. Now I'm going to use a stick to help assist me out of it. Good. Now I'm going to switch sides. So again, one side is going to be tighter than the other. So if you need to adjust your positioning, please do so. Okay? So I'm going to place my left foot in front, put my right foot on the bench, place that right knee down. Okay? The bottom of the stick is in line with the ball of my foot on my front foot here. Okay? First thing. Also switch your hands too, if need be. Drive stick into the ground, 15 to 20% tension. Drive the top of my foot to the bench and then tuck my pelvis. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Ease off. Excellent. We're going to do that same thing again. Okay? Drive the stick into the floor. Drive the top of the foot to the bench and then tuck your pelvis. Hold. And 3, 2, 1. Ease off. Excellent. Let's go one more here. Okay? So drive the stick down into the floor. Drive the top of the foot into the bench. Tuck the pelvis. Hold. And 3, 2, 1. And ease off. Use the stick to come out of position. And excellent. Okay. So I'm going to place my 5-foot stick down. I'm going to still use the pad here. Okay. We're going to add in a little bit of an adductor stretch along with some rotation. So I'm going to take one of the 6-foot sticks. Okay. And I'm going to start with my left knee down. Okay. And I'm going to have my right foot out. I want to try to keep this right leg straight as possible here. Okay, so we're going to start to attack the adductor. And so what I'm going to do is a stick is going to be on the outside of my left hip here. Okay, and I'm going to place my left hand up high. So the distance is going to really depend on you. But for me, I typically like to go where the grip is. Now the bottom of the stick is about 6 inches in front of the line of my hips. Okay, now what I want to do from here is I'm going to start to hinge back, bring the stick out to my side. Okay, I'm going to grab the bottom of the stick with my thumb facing down towards the floor, and then I'm going to start to shift over to my right a bit. Get a really big adductor stretch, open up those rib cage. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and come out slowly. Good. Let go of the stick with the right hand. And come up. Good. We're going to do that again. So if you can try to move the bottom of the stick out another inch or two, right, to get a little bit of further rotation. So we're going to go through that same steps. Okay. Right leg straight. What I'm going to do, I'm going to hinge down. Stick comes out to the side. Okay. I'm going to reach, grab with my right hand, thumb facing down. Then I'm going to start to lower myself to the floor. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Going to come out. Bring it out slowly. And reverse out. Good. Excellent. We're going to do one more time here. So you're going to get a super big stretch on that adductor, right? So if you need to, again, you can also reduce that range of motion. Even to simply reaching across and touching the stick may be enough to encourage some rotation and that stretch in the adductor here. So last time, I'm going to hinge back. Stick comes out to the side. Good. Reach across with the right hand, grab the thumb facing down, and lean a little bit down further. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Going to come out. Come out slow. Excellent. Now switch sides here. So this is definitely one of those stretches where you really want to try to manage the range of motion and how much sensation you're getting, right? So this could be a super significant stretch for some people. So So only go as far as you could handle without any pain, right? It shouldn't be painful. So I'm going to have the bottom of the stick, same position, about 6 inches in front of the line of my hips, front of my hips here. I'm going to place my right hand up, okay? Excuse me, first thing I'm going to do, keep this leg straight. I'm going to hinge, go down towards the floor. Good. Grab the bottom of the stick, thumb face down toward the floor. Good. Rotate. Drop those shoulders down a little bit more. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Going to come out of it slowly. Back up. Good. If you can, move the bottom of the stick out a little bit more. Okay? So, hand is up high. Okay? First thing, drive those hips back. Arm comes out to the side. Reach across with the left hand. Grab the bottom of the stick. Try to lower that left shoulder to the floor. Pulling back with this top hand. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Good. Going to come out of it slowly. Ease off. Let's go one last time. Okay. If you can, again, move it out a couple inches, an inch or two. So, same thing. We're going to start to hinge back. Good. Grab the bottom of the stick with the left hand. Try to lower yourself a little bit lower. Hold. Hold. Good. And 3, 2, 1. Going to come out slowly. Ease off. And excellent. Good. Okay. So now we're going to go to a standing position. I'm going to move the pad over. Okay. So now I'm going to go back over here. Going to go to the corner of the wall. We're going to open up a little bit more rotations. Okay. And so what we're going to do here, I'm actually going to take a pretty wide stance. So typically for this, I usually go with about a shoulder width stance, the toes pointed forward. But this time I actually want to wiggle my feet out a little bit wider just to keep my hips from moving as much as, the least amount as possible. And so what I'm going to do here, I'm going to grab the stick directly in front of my belly button, okay? And so what I'm going to do from this position here, I want to keep my arms straight. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to lightly push the stick into the corner of the wall. And as I do that, I'm going to start to hinge back, open up and rotate. Breathe. Then I'm going to come back up. I'm only going to hold for a couple seconds at a time because I kind of want to floss in and out of this movement. So I'm going to drive the stick into the wall. I'm going to keep that tension about 15 to 20%. Open up and rotate. Hold. Good. Back in. Keep that pressure of pushing the stick into the corner of the wall. Let's go a couple more times. Drive the stick into the wall. Hand up. Good. Back up. Excellent. Good. Let's go one more time. Arms straight. Rotate up. Hold. Then come back up slowly. And relax. Wiggle the feet in. Good. Now we're going to switch sides, okay? And so again, the stance is only as comfortable as you can handle. I want to make sure there's no pain here. All right? Feet out wide. Okay. Now I'm going to do the same thing. Arms straight. Drive the stick into the wall. I want to hinge back. Open up and rotate. Hold. Back in. Come up to the fully standing position. Still driving the stick into the wall. I'm going to start to hinge again. Open up and rotate. Hold. Back down. Stand up. Good, let's do 2 more here. Sit down, open up and rotate, hold, back down, stand back up. Excellent, still drive that stick into the wall. Last one here. Start to hinge, open up and rotate. Bring that hand back down, stand up, and relax. Start wiggling the feet back in here. Good. Okay, and so now we're going to do here, we're going to get into stretching out the adductors and the hamstrings, okay? And so we're actually going to get back into that really wide stance again, okay? So we're going to bring my feet out, get only as wide as you can comfortably manage and handle, okay? I'm only going to use one stick for this, right? We're going to place a stick on my right shoulder, okay? The bottom of the stick, I'm actually going to have angled out. And so it's effectively in line with my right foot here, okay? That's what I'm going for. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to place my right hand on the stick, and I'm going to start to drive my hips back, guiding my right hand down. All right, I'm going to hinge. Now what I'm going to do here, I'm going to place my left hand on top of my right hand. So I'm effectively rotating and reaching across here. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to further start to drive both hands into the floor, have them getting a little bit of rotation and driving my hips back. Good. I'm going to ease off that tension. I'm going to bring my left hand back down. I'm going to slowly come back up out of it. Good. Now I'm going to switch sides. So I'm going to bring the stick on my left side now, in line with my left foot. Left hand is on the stick. Okay. What I'm going to do from here, I'm going to start to drive my hips back. Left hand is coming down on the stick. I'm going to take my right hand, reach across, place it on top of my left. Then I'm going to drive both hands towards the floor. We're going to get a little bit more of a stretch in our right hamstring here. In 3, 2, 1. Good. Bring the right hand off. Then you're going to stand back up. Good. Now I'm going to switch the positioning of the stick pretty significantly here. And so I'm going to have the stick in line with my right knee, okay? I'm going to place my hand at about forehead or a little bit higher height, okay? So what we're going to do from here, keeping that stick in line, I want to lightly drive the stick into the floor, okay? And then I'm going to start to hinge back. Okay, so I'm actually have the stick more in an overhead position. It's not out to my side yet. So from here, just open up to the right side a little bit. Then I'm going to bring the stick out to my side and rotate it over. Good, I should be getting close to the floor. Good. Bring it back up to an over position. Then I'm going to come up slowly and ease off tension. Okay? I'm going to switch to the opposite side. Left hand is up. Okay? Again, a little bit above forehead height level. From here, I'm going to start to hinge back. Sticks in front. It's in an overhead position, trying to get a stretch in the shoulder and the rib cage, a little bit of lateral line. So now I'm going to rotate the stick out to the side. Getting a little bit of a chest stretch here. Okay. We're also still getting the adductors and the hamstrings to open up. I'm going to bring the stick back up overhead. Hold. Good. Going to come up and out of it slowly. Excellent. Gonna wiggle your feet back in. And good. And that concludes today's class. Hope everybody enjoyed it, and I hope to catch you next time. Have a good day.